Lance Russell and Eddie Marlin sitting in the chair right here with me, the promoter himself. And Eddie, we appreciate you coming right here to be on our Championship Wrestling, because the subject of today's action is going to be this night of dream matches that you have coming up. How did this come about, Eddie?
Well, you know, we like to bring the fans the greatest matches, more action matches. So we went around to all the wrestlers, and they've always got ideas about what they'd like to do to this one and that one.
If I was promoter, I'd have this.
That's right. So they was the promoters. They named their match if they win the first match they're assigned to. We'll have 4 tag matches, and you'll have 4 dream matches out of that. And boy, some of them are wild.
Yeah, that isn't all. Not only have you got a dream match, but on this particular night, you are going to have a battle royal inside a cage.
That's right. You know, a battle royal.
You know how long I've been around wrestling, and I've never seen that happen
I haven't
before.
Either. But, you know, a battle royal is exciting. There's always a lot involved, like the purse, $2,000. So if, just for instance, Pat Tanaka gets eliminated, and then it's down to Paul Diamond and a guy, Pat might come back and give Paul a little help, you know. This will eliminate that. This will really tell who's the king of the battle royal.
So when a guy gets eliminated, boom, he's outside that
cage,
right?
And it's a big cage.
Okay, we're going to get more detail about that. This is just the opening right here, folks. We got a great show lined up, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Okay, Eddie, we're back to talk about this particular special program, and really, I think you're going to get a kick out of it, because you're going to have a chance not only to hear all about the night of dream matches and the cage battle royal, but you're going to be hearing from the various teams that are involved in it. Now, the first team we're going to hear from, Eddie, is Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. What kind of dream did they have?
Well, Jeff and Billy, you know, they're going to be trying real hard, because their dream is they get 5 minutes with downtown Bruno, and he can pick any partner he wants, but they just really want to get over Bruno.
They're going to be going against Diamond and Tanaka in that match.
That's right.
And if they win it, they want 5 minutes with downtown Bruno and a partner, right?
His choice.
Okay, let's listen to what Jeff and Billy had to say about it.
Well, Billy, they asked us to come out here today and talk about our dream match. You know, everybody, Bubba, Goliath, Mark, and Alan, everybody's been talking about their dream match. But they failed to mention, if you get to get to your dream match, you got to win your regular scheduled match. And our scheduled match is against Pat and Paul. We won these belts. We are the new champions, and you know who we won it from? Pat and Paul. It was a long, hard-fought battle. Some of the people didn't see it, but I guarantee you, we proved we were the champions because they're two tough customers. And we got to face them again. But if we beat them this time, we don't get these belts, but we get something even better, I believe. We get 5 minutes with Bruno and any partner he wants. You know, he's been a thorn in everybody's side, and I guarantee you we're going to beat his stinking brains out.
You know, Jeff, he's been here a long time in this area. He is a thorn in everybody's side. So, Bruno, if we beat, not if, we're going to beat Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka right there in the middle of the ring, guys, and we get 5 minutes with you. But, Jeff, he can choose any partner he wants.
That's right. I don't care who he brings, but there's one thing coming after that. After everybody's dream match, it's a big cage battle royal, and I've never seen one of those.
We're coming at you.
That's right, I guarantee you.
Well, that's an interesting comment from Jeff and Billy on it. We'll have more comments in just a moment. Right now, a lot of folks have said, boy, I'll tell you, I wish I could have seen that entire match over in Jackson, Tennessee with the Southern Tag titles at stake. Let's take a look. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, the finals against Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. Here it is.
I guess Jeff Jarrett, his former partner, agreed to come in as a substitute. Jarrett and Big Bubba lost the match to Diamond and Tanaka earlier in the evening. Whoa, Travis able to move out of the way. Billy goes for a pin. No, he's going for a tag. Tanaka comes right in. The referee puts him out, but that breaks up the opportunity for Travis to try to get a pin. Now, Travis fighting up, goes for a double leg dive, trying to fight his way. Here comes Pat Tanaka again, and Diamond goes right back to him, and Travis is down. Diamond and Tanaka are managed by downtown Bruno. So far, he's not a factor in this match. Travis with another right hand. Tried for a tag, unable to do it. Pat Tanaka sends him in once again. Billy Duck comes back again, catches him with a clothesline. Now, Billy needs to make the tag. Both of them down. The referee starts the count. They have a count of 10. They get up, and Travis trying to crawl to the corner to make a tag, and he's going to get it. Coming real close, but not close enough as Pat Tanaka stops him, and Jeff Jarrett is still on the outside of the ring. Travis is down again. Man, let me tell you, Diamond and Tanaka really get it up, and they're really all over Travis, and Travis, very, very tough young man. Reverse face lock on Travis. The crowd here at the Jackson Coliseum in Jackson, Tennessee. The 9th match of the evening, AWA Southern Tag Tournament. Also the winners to receive a World Tag Title shot. Travis is fighting. He's not a quitter. Handful of hair that puts him down again. We've never seen Diamond and Tanaka this vicious before. They've got their teamwork down. We've always said that they've been underestimated. And they're certainly fired up for this attempt at one of the most prestigious wrestling titles in the country. Billy's a hard man to beat with his brother, able to take a lot of punishment. Travis drives a couple of elbows. Going to make the tag. This time he does. The tag on Jeff Jarrett. Here comes Jeff. Jeff puts Diamond down. Goes after Tanaka. Jeff Jarrett about the 7-minute mark is fresh. Diamond and Tanaka both been in there. And now Jarrett comes in. That's exactly what the Jarrett-Travis team needed. Fires Tanaka in. Catches him. Beautiful drop kick. Jarrett goes for a pin. Here comes Travis and Diamond down. Travis caught him with a big elbow. Jarrett with the right hand. The referee putting him out. And Diamond and Tanaka sends Jeff Jarrett over the top rope. A bad break there. Travis had come in. And now Jarrett is in a situation where he's in trouble. I thought that was the break they needed, but now Jarrett's down. The referee out of position, putting Diamond back out. Count of 1, count of 2. But Jeff barely able to make the kick out. Caught him with a right to the head. A chop. Tanaka and Jarrett. History of bad feelings there. And here comes Paul Diamond. Mocking the crowd there. Jarrett gets back on his feet, only to be put right back down to the mat. Another tag. This may be the difference in this match. Jarrett and Tanaka, a big elbow. Man, let me tell you, Jarrett and Travis only able to tag so far once. Diamond Tanaka in and out all the way through the match. That's the key to a tag team match. Now, downtown Bruno choking Jarrett from the outside. Tanaka sends him in. Oh, a reversal by Jarrett. Back again, but DDT. Tanaka's hat moves. And he got it. He's going for a pin. Count of 1, count of 2. Into the rope. Tanaka thinks he won it. Thank goodness for Jeff's sake that he was close to the rope. But Tanaka is all over it. Now Jarrett trying to make the tag on Billy Travis. Travis really ready for the tag, cheering his partner on. Diamond in there now. Big elbow. He gets high in the air. And now he's down on top of him. Count of 1, count of 2. But Jarrett able to get him down. 1, 2. Tanaka comes in to break up the pin attempt. What a move by Jarrett. Diamond, though, right back on his feet. Jarrett going to the wrong corner. Way away from the tag. and Diamond sends him into the turnbuckle. Jeff blocks it, sends Diamond in. Let's see if he can make the tag now. I think Tanaka was holding his feet to prevent him from making the tag. Diamond gets right back up and tags Tanaka. Crowd here at the Jackson Coliseum getting behind Jarrett. But Jarrett taking a lot of punishment. There's a big kick by Tanaka. Jeff right back on his feet. What a tough young man he is. And here he comes. Jarrett pounding away at Tanaka. Tanaka fires back right in the middle of the ring. Jeff Jarrett, Pat Tanaka, trading punches. Neither one of them going down. Tanaka now looks like he's about to hit the canvas as Jeff Jarrett getting the best of him. There he goes, doing the best he can. Tanaka and Jarrett in the Southern Tag Team Tournament Final. Back and forth. Jarrett sends him into the turnbuckle once again. And a big right by Jeff. Here comes Paul Diamond. Billy Dallas goes after him. Diamond Tanaka battling. Jarrett Tanaka. Jarrett hits the rope. And counter that misses. He tried to hit Jeff. 1, 2, 3. He gets him in 13 minutes, 3 seconds. We have brand new NWA Southern Tag Team title holders.
Yeah, well, there it was. That's how Jeff and Billy ended up with the titles, and boy, it made Diamond and Tanaka furious. They've been mouthing about that ever since. What kind of comments did they make about their dream match?
Well, their dream, I'm sure they're going to fight extra hard because they got a dream match. They get a Southern Tag Team title match, and they asked for the Moondog as a special referee.
Oh, so they don't want much, do they?
Right.
Yeah, let's listen to Diamond and Tanaka.
You know, when you've been a tag team as long as Pat and I have, you think very much alike, and you even dream alike. And Pat, yes, we have a dream. What is our dream, Pat?
Southern title match.
Southern title match is exactly right. That is our dream. Who do we got to have this match with, Pat?
2 bleach blonde punks that can't hold a candle to us.
Exactly right. 2 punks with a yellow stripe running down their back that wouldn't step in the ring with us. Well, boys, that time has come. You got to get in there with the 2 of the best. And once we polish you off in that non-title matchup, then we got a title shot at those Southern Tag Team titles. And we feel after we have polished you off in a non-title matchup, we have earned the right for a stipulation. And there's only one thing we want. We want a fair referee. We know Jerry Calhoun and Frank Morrell are all one-sided and all for the promotion. Well, this time, we feel we have earned it. One referee, one fair referee. Who might that be, Pat?
I guess that would be the Moondog Spot, the fairest man ever.
Exactly right. And remember it, boys, you're looking at the best and the new Southern Tag Team Champions.
Comes Alan West, John Paul. And this one will be an expiration of time as the jackets come off. For those of you who do not know, Tanaka just taking his jacket off on the left, and Paul Diamond, the bigger of the 2. Solid muscle head to toe. And across the way, look at the big kid from Zuma Beach, California, Alan West, who is starting out. Alan at 252. And his partner from Minneapolis, John Paul, another fine athlete. This ought to be a good one. Diamond and Tanaka may better pay attention to these 2 guys rather than talking about what an injustice it is with Travis and Jeff Jarrett not giving him a match. Tanaka took a shot from Alan West. Alan, a big kid, I love his hometown, Jack. It's Zuma Beach, California. I'm not that familiar with it, but I understand they have a lot of them out there that look just like him.
Blonde hair, race on a surfboard, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, Allen spent a little time at the gym pumping weights. Paul Diamond in from behind, and the referee trying to count him out. He gets pushed away. Diamond's egging around for a disqualification. That should be it. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, being roughed up now by Tanaka. And if I were refereeing the match, I'd be reaching for the bell and saying disqualify. Yes, he did.
There it is.
Called it. No excuse.
Oh, wow, they're flying out of there now.
Diamond and Tanaka, John Paul just got thrown out of the ring. Diamond and Tanaka have lost it on a disqualification. I think what they're trying to do is prove how tough they are. So they do it by double teaming somebody. A little side saddle DDT from Pat Tanaka. He throws John Paul back in the ring. Diamond waiting on him. They've lost the match. Paul body slammed down by Paul Tanaka. John Paul, that is. And once again, same maneuver as Tanaka grabs him, slams the head down. Boy, let me tell you, that's like a legal pile driver. That son of a gun will really cram your neck. Diamond on one turnbuckle, Tanaka on the other. And they come off flying on Allen West and John Paul. Here comes Eddie Marlin. We'll get this little affair straightened out right now. Referee Jerry Calhoun got thrown out of the ring. They just were trying to prove how tough they are as they ended up getting disqualified for their troubles, and they beat up on Allen West and John Paul. But the winners in 1 minute and 17 seconds by a disqualification. Come on, Paul. He comes off the rope one more time right in the side of John Paul. And the official verdict is going to be a disqualification. Okay, we're going to be back into the action in a moment. Boy, I'll tell you what, we could just sit here all day long, Eddie and I, talking about all week long and talk about the night that's coming Wednesday into the Coliseum in Evansville, Indiana. It is going to be something else. Believe me, you don't want to miss this one because it will be dream match night right there in the Evansville Coliseum on Wednesday night. As well as the dream matches, you will have that first of a kind, the Battle Royal inside that huge cage. And, brother, that is going to be an event alone that you'll want to see. The thing that I love about this, 9 matches in all, by the way. Start out with 4 original dream matches with Jeff and Billy going against Paul and Pat, Rocky and Bill going against George Barnes and Cousin Bluey, Moondogs going against Bubba and Goliath, Nasty Boys against Mark Starr and Allen West. Now, each one of those teams have a particular dream. For instance, Bubba and Goliath, Bubba gets to go against a Moondog. If he beats the Moondog, that night, right then and there, downtown Bruno gets tarred and feathered. So you have got a situation where you're going to have not only the original dream matches, but you will have the result of the original dream matches. Whoever wins it, their dream will come true that night, right there in the Coliseum at Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night. Brother, that is going to be something. 8 dream matches oriented, that is to say, and then you're going to have that big battle royal. Can you imagine the whole action of battle royal going inside of a cage where when one guy is eliminated, out he goes. Gate is locked, he can't come back in. So you're not going to have some of these teams where one man gets eliminated, sneaks back in and beats somebody over the head, and that causes another guy to lose the eventual battle royal. No, won't be happening that way. Battle royal action inside a cage. All of this on the big dream night, Wednesday. One of the individual matches is going to be the one where Johnson and Dundee team up to go against George Barnes and his cousin Bluey, Goofy, I think you ought to call him. In that, Bill's dream kind of took a backseat to what Rocky wanted, right, Eddie?
That's right. I think that's another case where Bill showed his friendship to Rocky. He knew how bad Rocky wanted George, and everybody in the country knows what Rocky Johnson can do when he puts on a pair of boxing gloves, and that's his dream. Get old George Barnes in there with gloves.
Let's listen to Bill and Rocky talk about it.
Well, George, I guess blood is thick in water because you brought that goofy Bluey in here. Well, the Rock and I has been up and down the roads a long time, and he's got a dream, and it's okay, why me? And we're going to beat you two geeks, and don't make no mistake about that. And when it's over, brother,
That's right, Bill. Just hold that mic, because everybody has a dream. The greatest man on the face of this earth, which was my idol, Martin Luther King, had a dream, and it came true. Now, I got a dream. And, brother, it's going to come true. And my dream is this. Willie, when we whip those guys, I want George Burns all by my lonesome. And I can want to do what I do best, maybe second best, but I want the boxing gloves on with him, and I want a boxing match with you, George Burns. Nobody else, just me and you. No more jiving, no more getting down, no more getting on these interviews, trying to get funky, trying to insult people like you insulted me. But, brother, that is my dream, and I'm like Martin Luther King. That dream is going to come true.
Well, you know, we've been talking about George's cousin Bluey and all. I don't think, maybe some of the folks have not as yet had an introduction to Bluey the way that we did one day in the studio.
That was my first introduction. And
let's take a look at what happened. Bill Dundee is scheduled to wrestle the Clone 328. Let's see what happened.
All right, Les, here he comes, Superstar in the ring, awaiting him, the Clone, and downtown Bruno. And there's Bill over there hugging some of the girls, and every wrestler likes to do that. And this ought to be something to see. You know, the thing I've watched Dundee wrestle for years, everybody he wrestles is bigger than he is, but Dundee doesn't worry about that at all. He makes up for it in technique, speed, and Lance, sometimes I think just plain downright desire.
Well, you have certainly got that right, Jack, and that's been one of the things about Dundee. I don't always agree with everything that Dundee has done, and I think everybody knows that. But one thing you can't take away from him, this kid is downright tough. Now, that's all there is to it. And like you say, it's that burning desire to prove that he's just as big as anybody that's walking down the street has made him the kind of contender that he is and is to this very day.
All right, now his strategy, he's making the Clone wait in the ring. Now, he's doing this on purpose, isn't he?
You bet. Boy, his opponent today is a big one, and, you know, a lot of times that has some significance, but with Dundee, I swear to you, he takes a greater delight. The bigger they are, the better he likes it, because when he gets in there and beats them, which he does most of the time, he just feels that much better.
Bill Dundee! He's got him fine!
Got him right here today, yes, sir. For you folks that got in a little bit late, Davey is off today. George Barnes out here. George, we'll get to you.
Just hang on a minute here, Russell. Let me explain one thing to you about Superstar Bill Dundee. Superstar Bill Dundee, to me, is just another stinking Yank. He's just turned into an American. To my opinion, and in my opinion, Bill Dundee has lost his Australian citizenship. He is nothing but a Yank. That's all he'll ever be, is a stinking Yank, and I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to prove to you.
Match, George.
Stop that match.
Hey. George. Come on, George. George, come on now. Give us a break here. He's got
that idiot out of the ring. I want to prove to you once and for all what I'm going to do to Dundee. I hate Dundee. He's no Australian. He's just an ordinary stinker dick. I hate Dundee. And I just treat that bill.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is one that I've wondered about a long, long time. Wait a minute, downtown Bruno, an exception. Let's get the Clone out of there. George Barnes has issued a challenge to Bill Dundee. He's challenged you, Billy. He said he wants to climb in there. I knew it.
Here we go.
He would.
Here we go.
Whoa, Dundee didn't back up a minute. We don't normally do things like that, but I couldn't wait. Hey, what is I don't know who this guy is. George Barnes nails Dundee, but of course, he's got somebody in there helping him. Some guy with some kind of kangaroo jacket.
Need some help for Dundee out here, Lance.
Bill caught right in the middle of two of them, and Barnes takes the rope and throws Dundee over the top. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get him back away. Barnes with his sidekick tying Dundee into the rope. He has it wrapped around his neck and his wrist. And Barnes, who was so intent on proving how tough he was in relationship to here comes Billy Travis, Jeff Jarrett, John Paul, Alan West. Come in, you're going to get in the ring with Bill Dundee, and then you got somebody helping you in there, jumping on Dundee 2-on-1. Well, Eddie, there's two sides to the coin, and the other side obviously comes from George Barnes. What kind of a dream did he have?
Well, George Barnes, he wants a match with Rocky Johnson, but he's asking for his cousin to be his referee.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw a little bit about what happens when his cousin is around. Let's listen to him anyway.
You know, when Rocky Johnson crawls under his rock of a night time and he goes to sleep, there's one thing that Rocky Johnson likes to dream about, and that's the boy from down under. He likes to dream about getting me in the ring one-on-one with the gloves on. Well, let me tell you something, Rocky Johnson. That will never, ever, ever happen in your wildest dreams, boy, because I'm telling you, you are never, ever going to win this match that Bluey and myself are in. You ain't gonna win, brother. And when we win and my dream comes true, when I go to bed of a night time, when I sleep in my sumptuous four-poster bed and I lay back there and I put my hands behind my head and I start to dream, and I dream. And you know what my dream is, Johnson? My dream is having you. Yes, you one-on-one with a special referee, and the special referee happens to be my cousin Blue. Bluey is my referee.
Back to it in just 1 second. Hey, listen, before I get into the dream matches again, because I can't stop talking about them, as you will see, Eddie and I have got some more things to say, and I think you'll find them interesting coming up here in just a moment. Thursday, August the 13th in Vincennes, Indiana, Championship Wrestling will be coming to Reveille High School. That's Thursday night, August the 13th, Vincennes, Indiana, at Reveille High School. Make it a point. You folks around the area get a chance to see Championship Wrestling. Man, oh man, oh man. Evansville, Wednesday night, Coliseum. Have you got a treat in store? Believe me, this is a night you should bring that friend that's been talking about going with you, because you're going to have a total of 9 matches. 8 of them will be oriented to the dreams that the various guys have and the kind of matches they want. And one of them, and this is worth the price of admission alone, a battle royal inside that humongous cage, and this is going to determine who is going to be the battle royal champ. All of that Wednesday night in Evansville. Well, the Moondogs against Big Bubba and Goliath, an interesting situation. I know that downtown Bruno was not only the current manager of the Moondogs, but was the manager of Bubba and Goliath. What kind of dreams came out of this, Ann?
Well, you know, Bruno holds a big grudge against Bubba and Goliath, so the Moondogs, if they win, they get a handicap match with just Big Bubba, the two Moondogs against Big Bubba, and they're asking for a special referee, George Barnes.
Well, let's take a listen right now and see what exactly Downtown Bruno had to say about that.
Oh, yeah, baby, it's time to talk about the dream matches. Let me tell you something. This is the best tag team in professional wrestling, Spot and Spike the Moondogs. What do we got here? Big Bubba has a dream match. Bubba against one of my Moondogs with that big turncoat traitor backstabber Goliath as a special referee. And listen to this. Ha! If my Moondog gets beat, Bubba wants to tar and feather me. Well, let me tell you something. We don't do that on Fort Duquesne Boulevard. Ain't gonna tar and feather Downtown Bruno, see? My dream's gonna come true. That's gonna be a nightmare for Big Bubba and Goliath, see? It's gonna be what we call a handicap match. My Moondogs against that goof Big Bubba. And you know what? In this handicap match, my Moondogs get to use the bones. And you know what happens when you get hit with them bones? You go down, baby, consistently. Mama says it bees that way sometimes. Ha!
Well, we talked about dream matches upcoming. Let's take a look at some action that took place at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, with the Moondogs and Bubba and so on. Here it is. Spike slammed down on the timer's table. Chairs, tables, there goes our microphone. It is total bedlam as the Moondogs, Big Bubba, and the mighty Goliath killing each other. Jeff Jarrett holding the table while Spot is slammed into it. Bubba taking one of them back to the back. That's Spike while Spot and Goliath go at it. Bubba's out of vision. Goliath with Spot slamming each other on that table. Well, there we saw some action in there. I know that Bubba and Goliath are bound to have a dream, Eddie. What kind of dream did they come up with?
I hope that dream comes true. Bubba wants a match with one of the Moondogs, and he's asking for Goliath to be the special referee. And if he wins, everybody will get their dream, because Bruno will be tarred and feathered right in the middle of the ring.
Oh, I like that. Let's listen to Bubba and Goliath about it.
Well, hi, I'm out here to tell you about my dream match. My dream match is this. I want the Moondog in a match with my friend here, Goliath, as a special referee, just to make sure no funny business. That's right. And the thing is, if and when I beat the Moondog, we get to tar and feather Downtown Bruno right in the center of the ring. There's nothing that can make me happier in the world, and I know the people out there will be grinning eye to eye when it all happens.
Well, the Nasty Boys, I happen to know about their dream. It kind of involved you, but I'm going to let the Nasty Boys, Jerry Sagg and Brian Knobs, have their say about the dream match. Take a listen.
It finally happened. It finally happened for the Nasty Boys. I'm telling you, Mark Starr, Alan West, life isn't such a beach when you go against the Nasty Boys, because we got our dream match. A dream match for us, a nightmare for Eddie Marlin and Randy Hales, the two office pencil pushers.
They're keeping us down in the dirt. We're main event material. Little do they know. our dream match against Randy Helms and Big Ed is coming up. He used to be a wrestler, didn't he? What, about 50 years ago?
The old man.
What's the other one? He's a tights on toothpick. And the most work they do is they come 10 o'clock in the morning in the office, push a pencil, Randy Helms tilts his wrist and looks at his Rolex. Who does he think he is to keep us
going
on
against that? I'm telling you, it's dream for us, a nightmare for you, and the blood flies off your body.
Well, you're on somebody's mind.
Well, yeah, you know, I wouldn't even consider this, Lance, but you go through the whole card there and you go to all the teams and ask them what their dream is, and you say, okay, you can have your dream, and then you come to that team and say, what's your dream? And then they mention that, and you say, no, you can't do that. Well, I'd rather not do it, but I'm going to. It's a situation that you really don't want to be into. You know, Randy Hales, he's a fine young man. He does a terrific job.
He is that.
And he'll do anything you ask him to do, but he's no wrestler. And Eddie Marlin, he's a fine old man that used to be a wrestler, but he hadn't got any business in the ring.
Hey,
So-
well, I don't want to see it happen, and I hope it doesn't.
I don't either. That's one night that I'll be pulling for Mark Starr and Alan West, and if it's any way possible, I'll slip them something to help them win that match. But the match will take place if the Nasty Boys win.
And the result will happen in the event that the Nasty Boys come through with it, you betcha. Nasty Boys had a little match with Alan West and George Barnes. Let's take a look at that action.
The Nasty Boys rake the eyes, and they go over, and they make a tag. Here comes Big Brian Knobbs. Allen goes into a side headlock. Shoulder smash. Puts the Nasty Boys down. Into the ropes again. Another shoulder smash. Same thing. And a knee to the back. Alan West is in trouble now. The illegal double teaming and interference from the outside by the Nasty Boys. It gives the Nasty Boys the first opportunity so far in this match to take control. Into the ropes, and a knee that puts Allen down. We're at the 5-minute mark. With 5 minutes remaining. Alan West needs a tag with George Barnes, and he's sent into the ropes, and once again, the Nasty Boys doing some damage. Here comes George Barnes in. George is really trying to fire Alan West up. Over in the corner, the Nasty Boy doing some double teaming. George doing everything he can to make the tag. Here comes George Barnes walking his way over to us. Get up and fight! Do something! Now Alan West over to the corner as George Barnes was over with us at the timekeeper's desk. Allen could have made a tag then. Barnes over again to the announcer's table, and the second time Alan West could have made a tag, but George Barnes is nowhere in sight. Into the corner. This is moved, and a double elbow. George Barnes is yelling at Alan West. He comes in, and he makes the save. Should have been a 3 count there. Allen is in desperate trouble here, and he really needs to make the tag with George Barnes. Barnes hadn't been any help when Allen was able to make a tag. Barnes was over with us. A drop kick by Alan West. Good move by Allen. But Barnes is once again with the microphone over with us. Barnes insulting everybody there. Telling West to fight up and do something. So far, Allen's been with the match by himself. And a drop kick. It's been Allen going all the way, and now he's going to be able, it looks like, to make a tag over to Barnes, but Barnes nails him from outside. What in the world is he doing? Allen had the opportunity to make a tag. Barnes nailed him, and Allen West was pinned. 1, 2, 3, and George Barnes leaves and goes back to the dressing room. I don't know what his problem is. There you see. But whatever it is, George Barnes has a big, big problem. The Nasty Boys get the win thanks to George Barnes.
Well, you said you were going to be pulling for Mark Starr and Allen West. They had some comments to make about that and what their dream was, Eddie.
Yeah, their dream is about as sensible as any that's on the card. They're two fine young athletes, and regardless who has the Southern Tag Team titles, at that time, they want a Southern Tag Team title match. So that match will also take place on the card that night.
What an interesting situation. Let's listen to him.
Me and Mark Starr are here to tell you about our dream match. If we beat the Nasty Boys, we are guaranteed a shot at the AWA Southern Tag Team title. That night. That night. And baby, that's what we want, and we're going to get it. So look out, Nasty Boys.
What a night it's going to be, Eddie. We've said that, and gee, we've still got a lot to go yet, but I want to go over specifically what the card and what the teams will be, and we'll touch on their dreams maybe if we have an opportunity.
All righty. First match on the card will be the Nasty Boys. Be taking Mark Starr and Allen West.
Good team.
Yes, this Nasty Boys is a big, rough team. And then the second match on the card are the Moondogs, the big and rough, and they're showing their fire all over the country. They'll be going against Bubba and Goliath, which that speaks for itself.
Yeah, biggest team. You can't ignore them.
And Rocky Johnson and Bill Dundee, they're back together as a team, and they'll be going against George Barnes and the cousin that he brought his. First time I'd seen him, and I think the first time Dundee
He
seen him.
called him Bluey. Yeah,
well,
Dundee hadn't seen him in a long, long
since
time.
his kids, and evidently they'd had problems when they was kids.
Oh, they'll get to know each other in that match.
That's right. And the fourth match on the card is Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis, a young team, going against Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka, and that should be the main event on any card anywhere in the country.
Well, I tell you, every single one of those son-of-a-guns is a main event type match. As a matter of fact, for the entire night, you're going to end up with 9 matches.
Right. See, we just mentioned the 4, but the winner of each one of those 4 tag matches get to have their dream match right there that night.
Which will involve it, so the dreams will take place the very night. Like Billy and Jeff, we've already heard them say that they wanted a match 5 minutes with Bruno and a partner. Right. So if they happen to win the bout with Diamond and Tanaka, they will have that match with Bruno and whoever he picks as a partner, right?
That's right. You will have 4 tag matches already signed, 4 dream matches, and man, to top the night off.
Battle Royal inside a cage. Boy, I got to tell you, all of that coming up on one individual night of championship wrestling. You have done yourself proud, promoter Eddie Marlin. Woo! Boy, that is quite a night. Dream matches and battle royals inside a cage and all, but that's not the only exciting thing coming to the area.
No,
Super Tour 87.
Some wild action headed our way.
Oh, some great wrestlers. Let's look at this.
Championship Wrestling Super Tour 87 is coming soon to these cities.
The heavyweight champion of the world, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, 247 pounds. He is Kurt Hennig. Suplex, bridge by Hennig. It's all over.
Rocky Johnson, double drop kicks, fires back with a series of fists and...
Approaching the ring at 250 pounds from Midland, Texas, the great Indian chief, Wahoo McDaniel, and his tag team partner, DJ Peterson.
Has made a tremendous impact in the AWA right since he's been...
tried to work the suplex. Now suddenly he himself is covered and almost out of it. He couldn't quite get Zukov up as high as he wanted him. And here he goes. Here is the Sheik. In he comes. And this one is out of control. There's no two ways about it. As the ring bell is going to be wrong. Referee Jerry DeLucia is disqualifying everybody. DJ Peterson and Wahoo McDaniel both working on Sheik Adnan El Casey. And now up, out, and over goes Zukov. Unbelievable. Peterson throws Houston out of the ring. And there is the Sheik. And I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right now. I'm telling you, Stevens. Oh, look at there. They've already split the Sheik open. I've never seen anybody put a mark on the Sheik before. Wahoo. Look at the champions. The champions are laying out here. I cannot believe what Wahoo McDaniels and DJ Peterson have done to the World Tag Team Champions and also the Sheik. And now the Sheik is left standing alone as his charges. Zukov and Ustinov are both outside of the ring. Zukov on his hands and knees.
Talk about, I got to congratulate you. Super idea. I think it is marvelous, and it's the kind of thing that not only the wrestlers get their dream matches if they come out victorious, but the fans are bound to get $1 million worth of enjoyment out of watching this.
That's exactly right. You've got 4 outstanding tag team matches listed there, and then out of those 4 matches, you'll have 4 of the most interesting matches you could see anywhere in the country.
Sequences, right.
And then you top it all off by the first time ever, the Cage Battle Royal, where $2,000 going to the winner. You know, if it wasn't for that one particular dream match, I could really sit back and enjoy that night.
Hey, listen, the cage matches, we talk about a cage match like it's nothing. This doggone cage is humongous. That son of a gun is bigger than a building.
That's
almost.
right. We recently had a new cage constructed, and it's 12 foot high, and it sits out away from the ring where they can get out of the ring and fight on the floor. And it's 24 by 24, and it's, I don't think there's any wrestler that's going to be in the cage and can climb out of it. And I don't think anybody, when they get eliminated and someone puts a lock back on the door, I don't think they can get back into it. This is really should be called the king of the battle royals.
Yeah, and you don't want to talk about what it costs to have it made. I know that is going to be a great match, so that cage match on the battle royal. Eddie, it's been fun. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and until that time, Lance Russell for Eddie Marlin saying bye-bye, everybody.